I dag har min søn fødselsdag. Hurra, hurra, hurra. Okay, well, I hope I haven't scared you all off. As you may have seen from a video that I made earlier today, it's my son's 18th birthday today, big birthday. And we live in Denmark. You know, I'm Scottish, have lived here for 20 years with my Danish husband. And I just wanted to share with you some of the ways that the Danes celebrate a birthday. Because I've told you this before, I love living in Denmark. I used to work in Luxembourg, that's where I met my husband. Then we moved here 20 years ago. And I love that the Danes, you know, they're so forward-thinking, you know, wind power, clean energy, aims to get more than half the population cycling to work every day. And but also on the other hand, they love their traditions. I mean, they have more traditions than you can shake a very big flagpole at. And that goes for, you know, Christmas. You saw me talking about Danish Christmas, birthdays, New Year. I need to tell you all about New Year because it's a huge thing here. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you a few things about having a Danish birthday, you know, having a birthday in Denmark. And I'll just quickly walk you through it, and then I'll show you the cake. The cake is a fantastic thing, cake men and cake ladies. Anyway, it all starts in the morning. And this is the traditions in our family. You know, every family will be slightly different, but they're basically the same in Denmark. And what you do is you wake the birthday boy, the birthday girl, you go into their bedroom, you know, and they pretend to be sleeping. You know, when my kids were a bit younger, you know, my husband would come and say, oh, you know, we're coming, pretend you're sleeping. So I would go back to sleep. And the family and friend, or, you know, whoever's there, they come in waving flags and sing a birthday song to you. You know, I dag er det Diane's fødselsdag. So you're kind of woken up with people waving flags at you and singing. So that's how you're woken up. And then you will come into the kitchen, and you know the family has set everything up, and whoever's birthday is gets the little flag pole next to their, you know, their plate, and the presents are there, the gifts are there. You get them first thing in the morning, and the gifts will all be, you know, wrapped, and there'll be a lot, you know, I've just said to you about the flags. The Danes love their flags, so there'll be a lot of flag stickers on the gifts, and Tillykke stickers. Tillykke means congratulations, and of course you'll get the little flag. Also, if it's your birthday when you're in Denmark and you go to a restaurant, ask, you know, tell them that it's your birthday, and they will come and put the flag on your table. So I'll remember to do that tonight when we're out for dinner. Anyway, so the family's woken you up with the flags. You come into the kitchen and it's all set up, you know, with the flags, balloons, you know, the gifts. And traditionally, the birthday breakfast will be probably some rolls and chocolate milk, hot chocolate milk if you are a child. And then you open the presents, you know, one by one, and so that the family can see what you've got. Now, my son is 18 today, so we're not having a birthday party like we used to do when he was smaller. But I can tell you a bit about the traditions in Denmark. When you have a kid who is nursery age or, you know, at school, what normally happens is you invite the whole class to your house or your apartment, you know, wherever you live. And in Denmark, you invite, you know, say, you know, my son was in a nursery class of, say, 20 kids. You invite all the kids, you know, you don't pick and choose kids and leave kids out, and you invite the whole class. And what happens is the pedagogues, you know, the nursery staff will walk with the kids to your house, and then you will give, you know, the kids rolls, you know, just a very plain roll and birthday cake. That's how it works here. And it's the same when they go to school. You invite all, and of course school classes are a bit bigger, so you probably have maybe between 20 and 30 kids in the school class. And the same again, you invite everybody in the class. You don't pick and choose so that kids are left out or you're just picking favourite people. Everyone gets invited, and or you can invite, you know, all the girls if it's the girl who's having the birthday, or all the boys. And if you don't have, or if you think you don't have space in your house for it, something that we often used to do was, you know, you would maybe team up with somebody else who was having a birthday that month, and you and the other parents, and would arrange it that you'll meet in the forest. And, you know, because kids in Denmark, they're out playing, you know, even if it's like -10 outside and snowing. I mean, we cycle in the snow. So, you know, that they would all be dressed for playing outdoors, and then we would bring along, you know, chocolate milk and buns to eat. So that's what would normally happen here. And, you know, I've seen like 28 kids packed into a small apartment, so it can definitely be done. And in Denmark also, when you organise these things and invite people to your home for something like that, it's a very set time. You know, it's like from 4 o'clock in the afternoon to 6 o'clock. And the other thing is, you know, I've told you about that before. The Danes take off their shoes before, you know, they go in the house. We don't wear shoes inside, only indoor shoes, you know, indoor lace-up shoes or slippers. And you can always tell if there's a party, you know, some kind of kids party going on, because if you're, you know, live in an apartment block, you can see like 20 pairs of small shoes outside the apartment, and you put the flags outside on the street so that people know how to get to the party. So that's what we do for the party. And party games, I'm trying to think if there's anything special that we always, well, when the kids have, you know, their school pals for a party, you know, everybody brings along a little gift, and it's a small gift, you know, that it's set, you know, by the parents in the class. You know, at the start of the year, you arrange that gifts must not cost more than, say, 20 Danish crowns, which is like a couple of pounds, or, you know, a couple of dollars. And what will happen is, you know, we always had like a basket, so all the kids came in, they got all their shoes off, got off their ski suits, because my daughter has a birthday in March, and sometimes it's mild weather, and sometimes we've had like this amount of snow. And so anyway, all the gifts would be put into a basket, and then they play Dem der Flasker Pie-Pot, which is basically spin the bottle, and that way, you know, my daughter would spin the bottle, and then, oh gosh, you know, it was her friend Svea's gift that was to be taken out of the basket and opened, and everybody can ooh and ah. Just like at Christmas, you know, when we open one thing at a time. And the same again for the food that we would serve. It would always be boller, which is the little slightly sweet bread rolls with butter and with sometimes slices of chocolate, you know, the Pollex chocolate. You might have seen that on my Instagram. And then the cake, and here comes the exciting bit, we would have either a layer cake, lavkage, or you can have a cake man or cake lady. Now, I made a video earlier, I'm just about to show you the video of the one, because I love cake man and cake lady, and when it's my birthday, I always insist on getting a cake lady. And you can have it made out of wienerbrot, or you can have it made out of small bread rolls and chocolate ice. Anyway, I'll show you the video of that in a minute. Of course, you know, my kids are now 18 and 15. And we've been having birthday parties for many years, and we've been through all the themes. You know, of course in Denmark we do themed parties as well, so we've had Mario Party, and we've done My Little Pony, and Star Wars, and Minecraft, and oh gosh, we've been through them all. But the cakes that I love best are the traditional Danish cake man or cake lady. So anyway, let me stop the video here, and you can see my son's cake man from today. And now his head has been cut off. I'll try and put a picture of that on as well. And then I'll come back and finish off. Okay, just keep watching. Yum, 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 yum. So here's a little look at a Danish birthday cake, a cake man or cake lady, of course, depending if it's a boy or a girl. I've covered up the name of my son, but you can see it says Tillykke at Nor, which means congratulations, 18 years old. And the cake is made out of Danish pastry, if you can see that, and then it is covered with chopped almonds and sweet, you know, Danish candies. Lots of icing, chocolate icing and white icing. And then these parts here you can see are made out of marzipan, the face there. Oh, you can see his face. And anyway, this is something that we always have for birthdays. And the tradition is that when you cut the cake, you cut here, chop off his head, and it's the birthday boy or birthday girl who gets to chop off the head, and that is how you start the cake. And it's absolutely delicious, and I can't wait to get into this later today. And we've just added a few Scottish flags. We'll put on some Danish ones as well. And of course, the birds, because we have lovebirds. My son has lovebirds. So anyway, I hope you enjoy having a look at that cake, because I know we're really going to enjoy eating it. Yay! What did you think of that cake? And you know what? I love that cake, and I could eat like the whole, you know, a whole cake man or cake lady on my own. You know, it's addictive stuff. So anyway, I think that's kind of covered it for how we celebrate birthdays in Denmark. Let me know if there's anything that's similar to where you are. Probably in Sweden you have a lot of the same traditions. Especially with the flags and probably with the singing. You know, it's funny because the Danes are quite reserved in a way, but they have a lot of traditional birthday songs and Christmas songs. So anyway, time for me to get changed because we are going out for dinner. We are not inviting 28 kids for a party today. You know, my son is now of the age where he's at high school, and he has parties with beer pong. We've had a couple of those parties here recently. So anyway, I'm off to get changed. Have a fantastic day. Hope you can get a little bit of hygge into your day, whatever it is, and I shall see you very soon. Okay, Diane in wonderful, wonderful Copenhagen in Denmark. Live long and prosper.